Well, hi there everyone, and welcome back to Planet 19, where we have been working out here on our farms, our wheat farms, our food farms, our all sorts of farms. It's all very exciting. I'm very excited. Not a lot has happened since last time. You can see that we are still here with that big gaping hole actually. And the pair of breeders which are in, it is filling up rather slowly with wheat, I must say, but that is how these things go. Now what do we need in here? Well, this is for cows. I want to breed cows in here. I want to get through this gap. But apparently I'm not allowed to. Oh, I'm really failing. There we go. I'm trying to breed cows, which means I need cows in there. Now obviously before I have brought pigs and cows around using my safari nets. I've used them a few times. Here they are, there's the one I've been using. There is however this one, this is the reusable safari net, and that is something which I have been wanting for a long time. Problem is, to make them you need 4 ender pearls and a ghast tear. They're not cheap. They are not cheap at all. However, I have a load of ghast tears somewhere. 5 ghast tears. I'm going to nab 2 of them. And I have more ender pearls than I know what to do with. Almost. Lots of ender pearls. I'm going to nick 8 of them. That will let me nick. It'll allow me to make 2 of these reusable safari nets. Superb. Now these things are extremely useful. They work just like the non-reusable ones, except you can reuse them. Isn't that a surprise? I'm going to go this way actually, out and along the path. They have other uses as well, things you can do with them which you can't with the single-use ones, but we will get to that probably on a later episode. For now, what I want is a cow, and we're going to come up and through the village to search for cows. Just because I haven't been up to the village for some time, I don't know exactly what's going on up here. There is a major party going on in here by looks of it. Hi guys. What are we doing? Copper or berry bushes? There's more of you dudes. Ooh, sticky pistons for aluminium. Birch barricades for iron. Oh yes, I like that deal a lot. What are you? You are saddle dude. There are too many of you dudes. You are offering that. You're doing gold for... Oh, you're not doing that anymore, are you? You're doing ender eyes now? What are you? You're going to give me rubber saplings if I wanted rubber saplings if I couldn't get them. Shears for emeralds. That's terrible. Oh, you're offering me proven frames. You are a beekeeper dude. There's a mistcraft dude over there. I've probably talked to him, have I? Yep, I have. I'm going to go out this way because it is noisy in there. What are you? 11 books for an emerald. That's okay. Because I can get so many books so easily. And what are you doing upstairs, dude? Oh, you're that dude. I've seen you many times. You are like the oldest dude here, aren't you? Right. Cows. Here we have cows. Lots and lots of cows. There are lots of cows out here, actually. So, nab a cow. Safari net containing cow. And this is a good healthy cow as well. Now who shall we take? We have a very brown sheep there. Hello sheep. Hello cow. Right, let's head on back home with our 2 cows. That is sort of mission accomplished. It is a long way back home. It isn't really, it's really quite close. It just feels it when you're trying to be in a hurry. So here is home and here is our breeding pens. Now I am going to put a chronotyper in, and I think it would probably be a good idea to pop it in right now before I get cows escaping everywhere in the future. Now I normally like to build with the landscape, but I've really got to flatten this hill out a little bit. Right, I'm going to build another pen which will also be 3 by 3 and will be out here. just like this. And I'm actually going to make this a double height fence all the way round because it'll just look better, I think. Right, we need power coming into this. There is power just underneath the ground, just there. And we need the chronotyper in. Now I always forget which way round these goes. I think it shoots out to the dot. I can always flip it round if it's not working. So there we go, a nice secure little home for them. They will be perfectly safe and happy in here. Or else. I can't click down there very easily. Fill in that gap. Fill in that gap. There you go, isn't this a lovely little place to live if you're a cow? Safe from creepers, safe from everything else. There we go, a pair of cows. And you can see the breeder has immediately bred them. And in there is a baby cow. Now the fact that that is staying in there tells me that that is the wrong way round. Is that better? Chronotyper, are you working? You are working. There we go, it's pulled it through. So now we can separate the babies from the adults. That's really important because it means we can keep a breeding stock up here. And why do I say that? Well, obviously it's because these cows are not going to live very, very long at all. I am very sorry, cows. There we go, I think that's good. Let's also build this up. Oops, just like this. There we go, because I now want another little machine. Let's head back in to the factory. Why is it I can always do this when I'm not on camera? I don't know. The machine which I want now, back to Mine Factory Reloaded, is a really rather horrible one, I guess. It is known generally as the... on the next page. Slaughterhouse, the very last one. It needs a ton of in-bar stuff, which isn't too bad to make. We do also need a reception coil. I'm out of that stuff. Do I have plenty of in-bar? Not a lot. Oh, I do have a plenty. Right. Reception coils. Now, what I need is an in-bar gear, sword, and axe pair of. So that's going to require more sticks. So 2 in-bar swords, 2 in-bar axes, 1 in-bar gear, put out, was it the axes on top of the swords? Swords on top, axes underneath, reception coil because they all need a reception coil, and of course they all need a machine frame and a bit of plastic, and we have us a slaughterhouse. Now this rather horrible little machine slaughters things. It slaughters your livestock. In this case this means cows. That's why I didn't really want to, I need to separate out a breeding stock from the slaughtering stock, I guess, if you want me to say. Now the one good thing about these slaughterhouses is they don't kill baby animals. They will only kill adult animals. So you don't have to sort of separate them out twice. Spin that round to face the front. Put a bit of hardened energy conduit in down here. And that should now switch on. And it's killed my cows. What's the range on the slaughterhouse? I thought the range was really, really small on the slaughterhouse. Is it 5 by 5? You're going to have to excuse me 1 second whilst I just go check. Okay, so I was completely wrong about the size of the slaughterhouse. It kills in a 5 by 5 area in front of it. That means this needs to go back a little bit. Now you may notice that the calf is gone. There is a reason for that. The reason for that is I've picked it up in a safari ball. I've decided that that calf can live. I'll let it grow up in the breeding side and be one of my adults, which are part of my breeding stock. Now this does go on a 5 by 5 area, but I'll keep it in quite a narrow one, I think. In fact, probably these all work on a 5 by 5 area, do they? Probably so. If so, I'll shift them all over in a minute. But 1, 2... So it wants to go in here. That is a much better place for it. So slaughterhouse lives there. Just like that. Now any cows which I pop in back here, there is my adult cow which I've just picked up, will be completely safe. So that is fine and dandy. Just get rid of you and fill in the holes. And finally pop back in baby cow, who gets to live. So there we go. We now have a breeding area. That cow is trying to breed, but there is nothing for him to breed with. So what I'm going to do is grab another couple of cows and give me a breeding stock of 4, and my jetpack has run out. Horrors. Right, cow. Cow? Any cows? There's quite a sea over here, I didn't even know that. I appear to be in between 2 seas. And, ooh, there's an oil well. Okay, this is a side of the map I've really not explored, clearly. That's very interesting. I could make use of that in the future. I shall drop down a waypoint. So there is oil out here, complete lack of sheep though. Okay, so finally I'm finding a few cows. There is a cow in a net. And here is another cow in a net. Right, let's head on back to this little place and pop them down. Let's jump in here. I don't think I've ever actually swum in this little lake. It's a rather nice little lake, I think. You can see also how well that energy cube's getting charged up. It wasn't that full before. That is obviously full, but that's because I am sleeping through the night. I really need to charge my jetpack, so just excuse me 1 second whilst I go, and I can't get in the back without a jetpack. So let's go out, around and through the front. I still haven't covered in this area just yet. But this area is fine. I'm also starving to death. So let us come on through here. You'll see I've not really changed much in and around here just yet. Pop that in there though. That will charge up really rather quickly and have a bite to eat. Or 3. That's good enough for me. Right. Put that back on and head on back outside. Now this area, let me just put the cows down first. Of course, the chronotyper's pulled him through. Of course that is going to be something that will happen. What I might do then is just grab you before you grow up, and I'm going to put you in this side until you do. Safe from the chronotyper, safe from the slaughterhouse, and let you grow up to be happy over there, then put you back in this side. Now, this thing is working, and it's working well, but it's only going to work whilst I'm online. It would be really handy if I could chunk load this just a little bit. What are my chunks like? I've just switched my jetpack on. I am hitting every button. So, I am in the midst of 4 chunks here, of which I really need to chunk load all 4. So let's do just exactly that. I don't chunk load too much on the multiplayer server, but just a little bit. It's less than a quarry after all. So chunk loaders. Ye best chunk loader is this one. This is the Chicken Chunks chunk loader. It uses this, which is an obsidian, which requires obsidian. Do we have a good source of the old obsidians on us? We do actually. We have 7 obsidian. It requires some diamonds, some gold, and of course a few ender pearls. I shall just grab a stack of them. So first things first, we need to make an enchanting table. An enchanting table is nice and easy if we have the extra diamond in here, which we do. So we do require a book, of course. Books are downstairs, really. Quick search for a book in this sorting system, which never ever got sorted. Right, any books, any leather, any paper? None of the above. That means we're going down here into the Mistcraft room. Because I do definitely know that we do have stuff down here. We've got paper, we should have leather. We've got paper and leather, and paper plus leather equals a book. One book. Right, let's take you lot upstairs. Flick ye old switch. Right, a book. Plus obsidian. Plus 2 diamonds, of course, makes us an enchanting table, something we've not really done anything with yet this game, and we're not about to now, because surround that with gold and an ender pearl, and you get the chunk loader. Now I could leave it like this. I actually quite like to make the spot loaders, because especially since I've got so many ender pearls, it just allows you a bit more ability to be, I don't know, customize it to your likes. The chunk loader will load perfect squares. Using this, I can load any shape that I want. 10 spot loaders. So all I'm going to do is spot load each of these little chunks. I'm going to put one in the corner here. I normally just bury them underground just to keep them out of the way. Don't really know why. Spot loader down there. Spot loader, that really is almost not needed, but it won't particularly like the server just having that there. And a spot loader right next to the path here. And finally a spot loader just right in the corner, actually just here. And there we go, that will mean that all of these bits will be spot loaded. That means that even when I'm not online, the server will keep running. That means that this thing will charge up, that thing will grow, and these things will work. So that will be it for this episode, guys. Thank you ever so much for watching. Do leave a comment, tell me what you like, what you don't like, what I should be doing better. And most importantly, I do hope to see you once again next time.